Hey everyone, take two. If you don't know who I am, my name's Teresa. I do a lot of braces related videos, acting related videos, and childcare related videos on this channel. So make sure you subscribe down below and hit the bell. I post every single weekend. And today I'm going to be talking about something that recently came up in my life and something that one thing gets talked about a lot and the other doesn't, so I'm just going to talk about this. Should nannies be required to do simple cleaning and sanitizing, and should they be required to take care of the pets? So let's start with cleaning and sanitizing, and then we'll talk about pets. So both of them really, is all up to you. Now, I know some nannies are required to clean, others are not. In my situation, I am not required to clean. However, I choose to clean and wipe down things with Clorox wipes. With Clorox wipes, things that we're commonly touching in the house. So everyone's touching light switches, everyone's touching the baby gates, everyone's touching door handles, the toilet handles. Is that what it's called? Yeah, toilet handles, um, the faucet handles, the fridge, things of that nature. So out of my choosing, I choose to wipe that stuff down because I honestly don't know if those things are being sanitized and cleaned um otherwise. And so yes, so I do that. I also spray down the kids' toys that do not get sanitized enough. And yes, I think that's all. Really wiping down things and spraying the toys. That's about all I do. I, of course, if there's a mess from lunch, whatever, clean it up. It's not going to kill me to clean that stuff up. But should nannies be required to do this? Should they not? What's my opinion? Again, totally up to you, but I will say that parents need to be cautious that they're not crossing a line with you because they might add on all of this extra stuff to your plate, and then you might be somebody to get really stressed because you can't do what they're asking you to do, and so it might not end well. So if they make a list of like 3 things to do, I think that's reasonable, but if they're asking for like 5 to 10 things to do, um, then, mm, it's up to you. So, yeah, my employer and I actually got into a whole argument about this because I didn't ask. We have a board that we communicate on, and I said, "Always make sure that we have toilet paper. That's always good to have on hand too. Um, Paper towels, disinfecting wipes, and spray, and disinfecting spray. Literally the 3 things that I wanted to make sure we always have in the house. Paper towels was important to me because they have animals that are having accidents in the house. We go through paper towels, and the kids use it to clean up their messes and stuff like that. Rags are great, do not get me wrong. They have a couple of rags, but you can only use rags so much before they need to go through the laundry. So that was that. Wipes, as I discussed, I wipe down common things that we're all touching. Disinfecting spray, because it's really what I do for disinfecting toys is just spray down the toys. Literally, that's all. I guess it ended up being a trigger. I realized that there are some other things going on in the family as well. So it was a whole thing. Now, the other thing to kind of go along with that, we did end up compromising. We did, for them, their financial situation is their financial situation. If they can afford it, then yes, like they will pay for it. But if not, and I need it right away or whatever, then I need to be getting it. And I said, okay, that's fair. That's fine because disinfecting wipes are what, maybe like $4 for like 3 packs of these. Spray, you can get a really cheap brand for like $2. And paper towels. I don't know what the price is, but it's not that cheap. I mean, not that cheap. It is cheap. It's that cheap. Um, so I was like, okay, fine. So then the question is asked, should nannies be required to get these things or should the family have to? And honestly, if you're working in a family that in a house, honestly, like the family should be the one getting all that stuff for you because it's their house. And, it's not just things that you're using as a nanny, the family's using it too. So, honestly, they should be supplying that stuff, but if for some reason they can't, then honestly, it's not going to kill you to I'm using that expression a lot in this video. It's not going to kill you to go out and get the stuff and supply their house. Like I said, altogether, I know on Walmart when I did the delivery thing, it was like $24 for all of that stuff. Fine. Occasionally, that's fine. So, yes. So it's all up to you. And then you should have a conversation with them, though, too, about where to keep this stuff because we came to that agreement of if they have the money, they can do it. If not, then I will pay for it and stuff like that. And then in a follow up text, she said that she has no problem if it stays in my car. Okay. To me, that's more of a me type of thing. I don't want to keep things in my car that are ultimately going to be in your house. Yeah. So it's not the end of the world. However, like honestly, if the parents don't know, just hide it somewhere in their house. Like if you know there's a spot that like they don't go to very often and you want to claim it as like your nanny spot, I would just do it because quite frankly, it's not worth the argument if that's a trigger for them. So that's kind of my opinion on cleaning and sanitizing. Um, and then too with organizing is another conversation you should have because organizing for some nannies that's required, for some it's not. This one is challenging because yes, it is the family's house, that is where they live, but for you as a nanny, and if you're going to their house, that is your place of work. So anything that you need, whether it's child related or not, needs to be accessible, period. This is another argument that we got into because I had organized the, um, cupboard underneath the kitchen sink, and it's the kitchen sink. She felt like it was an invasion of privacy. I get it. However, it's not like I was going through their bedroom or an office or a closed door and going through that kind of stuff. The underneath the kitchen sink, in most cases, usually have other cleaning supplies that you need. Okay? So, I would just make sure that you are having a conversation with your employer about all of this, um, especially if you're not required, then yeah, have a conversation about it, have a conversation about organizing, and just really make sure, like, they understand that is your place of work, and also make sure that they know, like, you understand that's your place of living. But whether something is for the kids or not, it needs to be accessible to you. Now, nannies, if you were working in a real job, then you wouldn't have to worry about this because there is OSHA to protect you, which is a legislation law for health and safety. And when you are a nanny, that actually does not apply to you, which is a whole nother thing. I think there needs to be a whole other thing on like nanny laws. But with OSHA, that's protecting you. And when you're a nanny, whether you are being paid legally or under the table, it doesn't protect you because you're a nanny and you're working in their house. So you would have that to protect you. Also, you would have like a janitor cleaning staff in your normal job to do all of that stuff. But when you're in somebody's house, then it's either up to you or the family to make that decision. So have an open conversation about it. If that's a trigger for them, like don't put more energy into it than need to. But like for me, sorry, like sorry employer if you're watching this, but like I'm probably gonna hide things in your house, like the disinfecting wipes and the spray, so I know where it's at, so I can go down and spray everything that I need to, etc., etc. So just have a conversation about it. Try to be open about it. Try to be understanding about it. Yeah, those are my thoughts on that. Pets. This is a different thing. So this kind of goes in with cleaning as well. But my employer actually got a puppy in the summer. I think the end of summer, actually. Yeah, I think it was end of summer. It's felt longer than that. I actually ended up getting a puppy. Luckily, they have a teenager, so in the summer months, the teenager was the one taking care of the puppy, but now I kinda had to take care of the puppy, because sh the teenager is in school, 5-year-old's in school, etcetera, etcetera. Everyone's gone. Only adult in the house that can clean up after the puppy is me. So I've also had situations where the family leaves for vacation or has a family emergency, and then they ask me to watch the dogs. Should nannies be required to do this? Well, it depends. How comfortable are you with it? Personally, I'm not comfortable cleaning up after dogs or cats. I'm just not. And I don't know why, but I heard it's a thing um on another podcast. I think it was one of the Ballinger um podcasts. I don't remember which one, but it was Rachel talking to Chris and Jessica about it. I remember that. And so apparently it's a whole thing that like people who take care of kids are totally comfortable changing any kid's diaper, whatever, cleaning up after a kid, whatever. But pets, like, mm-mm. And then vice versa. People who are with pets all the time are okay cleaning up after those pets. But if it's a child and they have to change their diaper, like, no. Um, So, it's totally up to you. It's totally your call. I would definitely outline it in your contract. Uh, something with the animals because yes, like I said, I don't know why I went like this. Um, something with the animals because, things come up and then they're like, "We don't have any solution for the animals. Do you wanna watch them?" And if you're fine with that, that's totally fine. But like I said, for me, I will absolutely, when it comes to pets, I will absolutely give them food, give them water, let them outside, but I do not want to be the person to clean up after them when they're having accidents. That's not what I signed up for. And for many nannies, they chose to be nannies to be with kids and take on all the responsibilities that come with kids. If I was going to take care of pets, then I would have been a pet sitter or something else or something similar to it. So this video is long enough. I hope that helps you guys a lot. And let me know your comments down below. Are you a nanny? Are you required to do the cleaning and organizing and taking care of the pets? Let me know down below. I feel like a lot of people do not talk about the pets, which is sad, and if they're responsible for them or not. So I would love to know down below. Again, hit the bell for notifications. I post every single weekend, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.